Teleportation is a type of superhuman ability that has been in media such as books, movies, and comics for decades. The idea of teleportation suggests that those holding the power to teleport can essentially travel from one location to another using this power. Much like anything with the supernatural, there's no solid evidence that teleportation exists. Although throughout the years, especially since the growth of the internet, video and photographic proof has popped up that led some to believe the concept is possible. While we aren't saying these 15 videos are real or fake, we're saying that they are the most talked about, most mentioned, and most viewed when it comes to teleportation. Take a look at these 15 instances where teleportation, or possibly time travel, was allegedly caught on tape. Number 15. Dog teleportation. The ability to teleport has always been an idea more associated with human beings. You never turn on the news and hear about a bird teleporting in Russia, although it wouldn't be shocking at this point, but this video seems to suggest that animals do have some capability to teleport. The video, posted in early 2015, shows what is apparently a street race in Chile. The camera spots a dog in the middle of the road, and any lover of animals is sure to have a small panic attack, as it seems the cars will hit the dog at high speeds. As the low quality causes a blur in the footage, the dog seems to morph through a car and completely miss being hit by both vehicles. Thank goodness for the dog. Most viewers claim that this is either a trick of the eye or a horrible quality video allowing for it to be easily edited. Some others that more easily buy into the possibility of magic believe that this is not only a dog that can teleport, but very possible a person with the powers to teleport and shapeshift. There's no solid proof as to what's happening here, since both explanations are possible depending on your beliefs, but at least we can all agree we're glad the dog is okay. Number 14. Russian man on a bike. This video is actually very well known when it comes to this topic. It's uncertain why this interaction is being recorded. It could just be a news story or just friends having their camera on for no reason at all. Either way, there's two men standing in the foreground of the camera shot, talking about whatever, when in the background a man appears on a bike. The bike rider seems to come out of thin air and rides away.
Нормально, нормально. Нормально, нормально.
Of course, many viewers think this was just due to the camera angle and the man on the bike came from behind the man speaking. This isn't unlikely as no one in the video seems shocked by this bike rider's sudden appearance. Others believe that wild things seem to happen all over the world, and maybe the people involved here simply didn't notice the teleporting man. Number 13. Drone. This video was originally posted by the channel Apex TV, and allegedly shows drone footage caught in a rural or suburban area of the US, although it's not specified exactly where. The bird's eye view shows a man walking casually down the street before he picks up speed and literally disappears into thin air. The one thing that can be said for this video is that when it's slowed down, the way he fades into air is pretty convincing. Even if it's just edited for the amusement of the internet, it's done quite well. Number 12. Secret Service leaked video. Another popular one in relation to this topic, a video posted in December 2012 sets up a whole storyline. This video features a group of men who are supposed to be from the Secret Service of an unknown country, while in a van following someone. They catch up to him and get out to chase him down. They enter into a building that looks like a library or store of some kind, when the person they're hunting down meets a dead end with nowhere to go. They have a quick exchange before he disappears and a book he was holding drops to the ground. The men involved in the chase, as well as those standing by, seem completely astounded. Again, many believe that this is some sort of joke, video project, or even promo for a movie. Even if that is the case, location, equipment, and extras all for a low quality video of someone disappearing seems like a lot of work for very little reward. The truth is for you to decide. Number 11. Teleporting car. There are countless teleporting car videos, some of which have been debunked. This is a serious point for conversation, as many seem divided on what's actually going on here. A car is traveling down a city street with its dash cam recording. The car in front of it is traveling at a normal speed and not recklessly at all. Just as the car follows the curve of the road and comes to an intersection, a third car seems to come out of nowhere. Most agree that this is just a trick of a camera angle, but others argue that a nearby car on the same route was entirely unaffected, and that even the drivers of the vehicle seem confused on what happened. Number 10. Motorcycle rider. This clip is a little over 10 minutes long, but for about 6 minutes of that time nothing seems to happen. We see some sort of worker removing buckets and supplies from an unmarked white van. As he is leaning into the van, someone riding a motorcycle drives by and disappears into thin air. It's pretty clear the worker probably heard the bike, as he comes out of the van looking around totally baffled. It can be assumed that he heard the noise of the motor and noticed when it suddenly stopped. Well, this could just be a play with editing, since the bike rider seems to disappear almost instantly. It's still a pretty interesting video. Number 9. Time travel or teleportation. Number 9. Time travel or teleportation. While this video is most likely faked, it's still a very popular one when it comes to this subject. This video has been posted from several channels and sources all over the web, so it's a little hard to determine where it originated from. We are shown CCTV footage from what seems to be a small convenience store. A couple walks by and notices the store is closed and carries on. A homeless man sits outside in the front. In the top left corner we can see the date read 1/3/2016. About 20 seconds into the video, a man wearing a hooded jacket walks up to the store. At first, he goes pretty unnoticed by the homeless man sitting outside. The camera glitches, the light flickers, and the date quickly alternates between 2016 and 2019. As the unknown person seems to walk through the glass door. The homeless man takes notice, as the unknown person is inside the store, possibly hearing him shuffle around inside. The hooded teleporter walks out of the glass door. Again, as the camera and lights behave oddly, the hooded teleporter walks out of the glass door. As the camera and lights behave oddly again, he walks out eating some sort of treat he grabbed, and struts off as if nothing happened. The editing of this video seems cliche and typical, so many argue that it's faked. Number 8. Blue light teleportation. This video is quite clearly edited and likely a promo for some movie or series. It just seems too perfect to be something to actually happen in real life. It was captured in Hong Kong sometime in 2011. The cameraman seems to be recording as a young woman models a sign, although it's unsure for what. A young boy walks by wearing a hoodie, much like the one in the video before. He is looking down at his hands as a bright blue aura seems to be radiating from them. The cameraman notices and begins to film, but the boy realizes he has been spotted and begins to run off. The cameraman chases him for several blocks. Just as he catches up to the hooded superhuman, he runs in front of a bus and teleports into thin air. This certainly looks like a promo or viral campaign for something, but it can't be exactly pinpointed for what. If you happen to know what this video is for, let us know in the comments. This video has close to 1 million views and seems to pop up every time teleportation or superpowers are mentioned. Number 7. Teleportation in woods. This video has been labeled as either someone teleporting or someone who has the ability of superhuman speed. There are two men sitting in a wooded area, just talking and hanging out when someone zooms past behind them. The two men, as well as the cameraman, seem pretty startled. They look around but don't see anything and carry on. When the abnormally fast person speeds by again, the group begins to yell in fear. Perhaps they were worried they were going to get hurt, or perhaps this great speed just startled them. Seeing as the quality seems too low and the motion seems too genuine, it's hard to brush this one off as faked. However, the quality could also lend to the argument that this person isn't really going very fast, and the camera just makes it appear that way. Number 6, Angel or Superhuman. This video, from a location likely in China, shows yet another hooded person, this time a woman, walking down a busy city street. A yellow halo-like shape appears around her head and people take notice. They begin to point at her, and the person filming chases her down as she runs from the scene. The camera is blurred and the motion becomes confusing. The next visible clip is her jumping into the air and disappearing, leaving only a second of a fiery ring in the air behind her. Many people argued whether she was an angel, a demon, or something in between. This video was actually proven to be part of a marketing campaign for a Chinese role-playing game character, Dragon Totem Girl. Several other teleportation videos have been linked to this campaign, although the company behind the game still denies any involvement. Number 5, Ghost Car. This is another, even more popular video which involves a car teleporting. The video, known simply as the Ghost Car video, shows someone in a white sedan trying to outrun the police on a high-speed chase. The car takes several strange, confusing turns, which makes it seem as though it has entirely disappeared at certain points of the chase. The truly astonishing disappearance, though, comes from the car meeting a dead end, where most would think the chase would end. However, in the blink of an eye, the car seems to drive straight through a metal chain link fence, leaving behind no damage or evidence. A fact or faked episode argued that the bottom of the fence wasn't tight enough and the car slid underneath, leaving behind no movement from the fence. This is, of course, entirely possible and logical, the only problem being that the police never investigated the fence to check for any loose spots or breaks in structure, so it can't be considered the exact answer. Number 4, Another Angel. This video shows a man standing in the middle of a road, looking off in the distance. He isn't paying attention as a car is approaching at high speeds. Just as he is about to get hit, a hooded person runs in, grabs him, and teleports them both in a flash of a light to the other side of the street. This video has been said to also be in relation to the Dragon Totem Girl promotion. Number 3, Almost Hit. Here we see another dash cam, as a car is following behind a large 18-wheeler. The driver of the large truck seems to slow in the middle of the road and move around something. As it moves, we can see a person dangerously close to the side of the truck, who appears to have come out of nowhere. The truck continues, as does the pedestrian. A few feet down the road, the truck pulls over, likely to assess the situation, but the person who was nearly killed by the huge hunk of metal seems completely fine, almost as if they were just strolling down the street and examining their surroundings. The most confusing part of this is that the person was not seen in or near the road before the truck approached that certain spot. Number 2, Train Survivor. Another low-quality video that is pretty hard to understand, but still is mind-blowing. A man on a bike goes to pass over train tracks, but seems to somehow get stuck. A large train approaches quickly and appears as though the man is killed, but milliseconds later he is seen running from the train. Many argue that he simply got off his bike quick enough to run from the scene and the camera was just too low quality to catch the details. Others argue that he was able to teleport away from the train and run off. Either way, the split-second survival between life and violent death is pretty amazing to witness. Number 1, Most Popular. While this video has been shared and viewed countless times over the years, it's pretty much the holy grail of superhuman abilities caught on tape. It has made its rounds all over the internet and has even been shown on several news outlets in the past. The video shows a large semi-truck coming through an intersection. A man riding a bike or carriage of some sort is passing at the perfectly wrong moment and is about to be smashed by the truck. A quick glimpse of light shows someone saving the man and teleporting him to the other side of the road. The truck driver stops and everyone involved seems pretty confused. The person responsible for saving this man quickly walks away from the scene before they are able to be questioned. It's clear that this trend of hooded teleporters is common and likely all connected. Perhaps they are all promos for the Dragon Totem Girl, or something similar like a film or book series. The problem with this is that the videos have been posted and shared from so many different sources and sites that it's hard to find originals. Either way, all of these videos help to fuel this magical idea that some of us hold on to, that there is more magic in the world than we are aware of. It's a comforting thought that some people out there have special abilities which they can use to help others. And despite what you believe, some of these videos are interesting to watch and wonder about, at the very least. Before you go, I wanted to tell you about the giveaway I'm hosting. But first off, thanks for watching and leave a like so I know you made it to the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe because I upload new videos every week. My name is Chills and I'm thanking you all for your support by giving away 3 $100 Amazon.com gift cards. It's completely free to enter and you can enter the giveaway by visiting the link at the very bottom of the description. It doesn't matter when you're watching this video because top15s.net/giveaway will automatically direct you to my most recent giveaway. See the terms and conditions on the linked page for full details. If you want to follow me on social media, my Twitter is at YT_chills and my Instagram is at DylanIsChillinYT with underscores instead of spaces. Feel free to send me a DM if you have any questions or suggestions. See ya.